A scary cable tram once spanned the Colorado River and was used by travelers to go rim to rim across the Grand Canyon or visit the future site of Phantom Ranch, called Russ Camp. In 1903, D. Woolley of Kanab, Utah formed the Grand Canyon Transportation Company and was given permission to create a rough trail down from the North Rim. It was named Bright Angel Trail, the same name used for the trail coming down from the South Rim. Woolley had a vision of connecting the two trails by building a basket tram, allowing rim-to-rim travel without using a boat to cross the dangerous river. Plans came together in 1905 for a cable tram about 400 feet long and only 40 feet above the river. It would be located near the present-day Black Bridge. In 1906, work began, and materials were brought from Utah on 200 miles of rough wagon roads. The long cable was brought down on the backs of horses. It was a difficult feat to get the procession along the 1-foot trail, around the curves, and down the steep descent. By early 1907, the tram was in place and ready for a test. It took a very slow 25 minutes to bring the cage across and back for the first time. Problems were detected and fixes made. Dave Rust, Woolley's son-in-law and tram operator, wrote,
"All goes lovely and jubilant until the car is nearly halfway over. Then buzz, whang, casplash. She sinks out of sight. The river eats it up like the monster she has proved herself."
It took them a week to haul the cage out of the river. Finally, in September 1907, the tram became operational. Photographer Ellsworth Kolb and two young ladies working at Eltover Hotel were the first passengers. Here is how the cable tram worked. The cage with passengers was moved over first by gravity to its sagging midpoint, and then the rest of the way by using a crank attached to a large drum. Eventually, it became a key attraction in the canyon. However, there was not always an operator stationed there, and disappointed tourists had to return without the river crossing. Cecil Alter of Salt Lake City took a ride in the tram in 1913. He wrote,
"The cage was a latticed human mousetrap with open ends. Jimmy and I got in. Our eyes were as big as owls' eyes. We yelled, 'Let her go,' much as a criminal would signal to the hangman, and the wheels behind the Cliff Rock anchor began to rattle. We glided out on the sag in the cable to the center of the river, where we swung like a bell in a belfry. Only Jimmy and I were the bell clappers, and we clung to the steel girders of the cage until our hands were red. Why didn't they bolt some doors in the darned cage and lock them?"
Woolley lost his permit for the trail in 1917, and the cable tram was abandoned. One traveler wrote,
"I saw the remains of the old cable cage rested on a ledge, where it had been left stranded, broken, and useless."
Crossings had to be made by boat again for the next 4 years until a swinging suspension bridge was constructed in 1921. The tram's cable is believed to be still in the canyon, just upriver from the current Black Bridge.
This video was created by the Grand Canyon Historical Society. Visit us and become a member at grandcanyonhistory.org. Also subscribe to our Grand Canyon History YouTube channel to receive more videos.